Eddie can't do setups now because he's been through too much. Look at his life now. What's funny now? What can he do that's funny? He can talk it.
Earlier you had touched on Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
You said Eddie Murphy is not a stand-up.
No. He came at a good time to be a stand-up, but he's not a stand-up. Eddie Murphy is a master comedian, but not a stand-up.
Okay. Break that down. In terms of he's acting like a comedian? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
If Eddie Murphy was a true stand-up, he would have been back on the stage many times. See, when you're a true stand-up, you can't help but go to that club. You go into the club. Richard Pryor, stand-up comedian. No matter how many movies he did, he went to that club.
So you think that's the reason why we haven't seen him on stage for so long?
Yeah, Eddie found his. Eddie's too brilliant. See, Eddie's a master funny person. He's a master. First of all, he's a master humorist. Eddie's a comedian, but not a stand-up. Difference. He can be a stand-up comedian if he wanted to. Eddie can't do stand-up. Eddie can't do setups now because he's been through too much. Look at his life now. What's funny now? What can he do that's funny? He can talk it. All Eddie got to do is go on stage and just go somewhere and just talk, and that's funny. Because he has a presence. He's magic. Eddie's at Charlie Chaplin level. Eddie's at a legend status where he walks into a room and they're going to laugh regardless. Eddie cheats because he doesn't have to work for a laugh. It's already there. When Eddie comes, people look at him like this. He ain't got to work for the laugh.
Yeah.
They respect. It's Eddie.
You think he knows that?
Yeah, he knows that. Eddie's brilliant. When you come up with a person, when you are raised with a person and they made you laugh the way he does those kid movies, look at the work this man has done. You come up with Eddie, and you see him in person, you're laughing. That's not fair. Eddie, I gotta work hard at it. No, you don't. No, you don't, Eddie. No, you don't. No, you don't. All you gotta do is show up. And then he fools people by that little low voice he does. Well, you know, like he's born in London or some shit. He getting all sexy and shit. Eddie get all sexy. Cause Eddie know he's sexy. Well, the Catsman. Oh yeah. And then when it's camera time, what you talking about? He becomes a donkey and Dolomite. He's a master artist.